award-winning author, and there's so many fascinating facts that I've just found out about him. So I'm going to let him introduce himself. Good afternoon, Philip.
Well, good afternoon. I'm known as Philip Chan. I'm known as the 10-second maths expert in the world. I teach children to do mathematics in 10 seconds, and also I'm a child genius mentor. What that means is I teach ordinary people, children, to become child genius. Also, this year is my 56th year with UNICEF, and I'm a children's champion for them, so to raise fund for them.
Wow, such a long list of accomplishments. You said something about being able to teach ordinary children how to be child geniuses. Can you be taught to be a genius, or do you have to be born with it?
Absolutely not. Everyone has the potential to become genius with the right motivation and training. There's 95% of the people in the world with the right motivation and training can become a math genius.
Well, I'm not very good at math, so I'll probably be speaking to you later. Tell us about your book.
Well, although I'm known as a 10-second maths expert, at school all the way to age 14, I was actually bottom in every subject, including mathematics. So I did the research and found out all these wonderful methods have been around for years. So I practiced them, and because I practiced them and I did really well, and people said, how do you do that? So I now just share my knowledge. So there's nothing original. These surround me for hundreds of years. That is why someone who was bottom like me at school and now the number one 10-second maths expert, that means any children with the right motivation and stimulation, they too can do it.
And Philip, Mensa is such a globally renowned organisation. Tell us more about Mensa and what's the steps you can take if you wanted to apply to become a member.
Well, obviously Mensa, there's a procedure you can apply to, but I'm not so much with Mensa, I'm actually with UNICEF,
okay.
and which is the United Nations Children's Fund. But if you want to become a member of Mensa, just go to Google, find out. You can actually take a free test and to see how you get on, and then if you want to become a member, then you can go for a formal test and to become a Mensa. And they're wonderful. Whatever age you are, just go for it.
Okay, and where can we find copies of your book?
You can find this on Amazon, or go to www.jetsetlearning.com, and you can actually order my book as well.
Keep inspiring, Philip.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, I'm joined by Josine Abrahams, another author on the red carpet. Good afternoon, Josine.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Tell us more about your work.
I am an author for domestic violence. I do advocate for women, and then being an ambassador for Africa on a platform called Loni, where we look after women who have been abused, women who have gone through adversity, women who are unable to help themselves, they are unable to speak. Sometimes when you are confronted with issues, you find it very difficult to speak. So we go in as an organization and try to help them and try to empower them and try to reinvent the confidence into them. So that's exactly what I do.
If you could just kindly hold the poster up a bit higher so we can see what's the name of the book and what's the...
After the Storm. This is my book I written for myself after domestic violence. I went through domestic violence myself. I was married 3 times. Then the first husband died, the second died, the third it was disaster, and it was very difficult for me to go through life whilst I was still very young, and I struggled with life and having nobody to tell, nobody to talk to about my life. So I decided to keep quiet, which later had an impact to my life when I was about 30. After 30 years, that's when I decided to open up, which is 2011. After all these years I've been quiet, but I struggled because of keeping it to myself. I had to suffer from blood pressure. I nearly had a stroke because of keeping quiet. So the doctors were really helpful in that situation. That's how I changed my situation and started to speak. And knowing who I am in Christ Jesus has helped myself to change and change a lot of things in life. I feel much happier though this happened. some 20, 30 years ago, and I feel I'm a conqueror. I'm not a victim anymore. I'm a victor, even after going through such thing, which I would advise or urge anyone to read my book or to go through my story. You can go through on my webpage and you can see what exactly I'm talking about regarding my journey. And I'm just happy to be here and to be alive.
What's your webpage address?
www.peaceafterthestorm.net. That's where I can be found. I am developing a page because I'm doing quite a lot of stuff recently. We've been to Morocco last month, 2 months ago, speaking to women, empowering them, and it was just an exciting moment that I could see that things are changing in the world. And I'm just arriving this afternoon from India. Yes, I just arrived. I left India yesterday, and it was an exciting journey again. We went to places where we went to see orphanage, we went to see the widows who have been abused, we went to see children. I've got some videos where I've been empowering children in schools and telling them about bullying and harassment, talking to widows and tell them that they are not alone, talking to the abused women to tell them to stand up for themselves and speak. So I'm so honored in that way. And after that we left and we came to Kiev, Ukraine. I met another bunch of women which we helped, and we have grown seeds everywhere. So I'm quite happy that things are happening.
Well, you're a woman of incredible courage and strength, and it was a great privilege to meet you, and we hope your story can inspire others.
Really hope that people will read my story and see what I'm doing in the community. I hope it will help some of us.
Thank you so much, Josie.
Thank you.
I'm joined by Gina Bell, author of Positive Affirmations. Good afternoon, Gina.
Hello, how are you? Good, and it's Mirror Affirmations.
Tell us about your book.
My book is about helping women to understand who they are through the eyes of God. So my journey started by understanding that God has a calling on our lives. And when we can answer that, we move into purpose. But sometimes we have a difficult time hearing and moving forward in that because of all the pain that we feel and the circumstances. And so the book is about helping to reveal who you really are by eliminating the guilt and the pain of past experiences and how you can then step into your purpose.
And Mirror Affirmations, where did the inspiration for the title come from?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
Where did the inspiration for the title of the book?
The inspiration came from my own life because I was that woman who was lost. And it was only after getting lost and really falling on hard times, being broken. And it was in the midst of that brokenness that I understood that I began to hear this calling on my life. But I believed that it was there all along. But because of all the issues that were going on, I couldn't hear it. And so as I began to heal and as I began to reveal rediscover that woman, it totally changed my life. And I know that there are a lot of women that suffer, and oftentimes in silence and mask. And it was only when I was able to eliminate that mask that I could really see the person that God had created. And so my inspiration is to help women all across the globe to heal and to find themselves, rediscover that woman that God has created, so that she steps into her power and she makes a difference in the world. So my book is not a read, it's an experience. And it's an experience of rediscovering and of shedding all the baggage that we have, and then we finally move and we can say, I got this, and walk authentically in who we are. So the book walks you through that whole process and helps you to understand and begin to rewrite the stories of your life from a whole different purpose and meaning. And then you're able to really step forward and be that dynamic woman that God has created you.
Where can we find a copy of the book?
You can find it on 2 locations. The first, I do have a website. It's www.mirroraffirmationsthebook.com. And you can also find it on Amazon.
Thank you so much, Gina.
Oh, thank you so much, and I'm having a wonderful time, and it was very nice talking to you. Thank you so much.
Take care. Bye. I'm joined on the red carpet by two more authors. Good afternoon. What's your name?
Remy Cootie.
What's your name?
Ross Mallory.
Okay. Tell us more about your work.
I'm a property investor. Yeah. Been in property for the last 10, 20 years. Owned my own business. I was in telecom business, run a successful business. In the last 5 years, I've been more concentrating on my property portfolio, building that up, attending networking events, connecting with the right people. Also, just building up my connections and globally. Yeah. So, do you want me to talk about the book?
Yes, please.
Yeah. Okay. The book that we've put together with Ross Molyneux, he used to be my trainer. Okay. We've put a book together, service accommodation, where a lot of people are getting into service accommodation to get their foot on the ladder for the first time. So we've put a book together telling people the real story of what happens in the service accommodation industry and how the good, the bad, the ugly side of the business, because people always think properties are get rich quick scheme, but it's not actually as it is. You can make loads of money in that industry, but there's a lot of process that you've got to put together.
And what made you want to write a book?
Really just to share my journey. I've been involved with property for around 11 years now. I've seen lots of highs, lows and other bits and pieces along the way. So I felt like a lot of people that are sort of training in the industry, they're giving a false message to people getting into the industry for the first time. So really trying to show the real side of what they're going to face, really to prepare them so they can, make a success in this business.
What was it like working with Remy?
Absolute nightmare. No, we're joking. No, just as with a lot of the clients, we work closely together. We build a good relationship, and it's about moving forward together, sharing the opportunities as well. So yeah, Remy is one of the clients that I trained about 4 years ago, and he's just got on from sort of strength to strength. So yeah, it's been a pleasure, really.
Just remind us again of the title and where we can get a copy.
The title is Service Accommodation, and it's the real story of service accommodation, and the book will be out on Amazon. So we're pre-launching it today, so letting people know, making the noise that people can order online. We'll send a link out there to pre-order it. Yep.
Thank you both. Enjoy your afternoon. Thank you. I'm joined by author, coach and pastor, Mr. Tunji Olujimi. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. Tell us more about your work.
Okay, so I'm Tunji Olujimi, and I'm the CEO of Accelerated Authors Academy. And what we do is we work with entrepreneurs, coaches and consultants, and also ministers of the gospel to help share their message, which is to write a book and publish it in 90 days so that they can increase their impact, their influence and their income.
And how can an aspiring author find their X factor?
Well, find out what you like to do. If you have a particular skill, you can share that skill. If you've been through an experience, you can share that experience. So everyone has an X factor. You just need to find it and write about it.
What's the number one tip that you give aspiring authors?
What I say is you need to first plan your book before you write your book, because every book is first birthed before it's put into the world.
And if someone wants to sign up for your coaching program, how can they find out more info?
They can find me on social media. So if you put in my name, Tunji Olujimi, you can get me, or Accelerated Authors Academy, or you go to acceleratedauthors.academy.com.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Enjoy your afternoon.
You too.
I'm joined by a very glamorous woman on the red carpet, Celestia Barbie. Good afternoon, Celestia.
Good afternoon. How are you? Thank you. Brilliant.
How do you feel today?
Just absolutely beautiful. Pleasure for being here, and yeah, just excited.
What's the name of your book?
It's called How to Find Your Real Soul and Become a Boss.
Oh, boss lady. What's that about?
So it's an inspirational book based on becoming a lost soul, being in the wrong crowd, and then actually giving you light at the end of the tunnel. So it's step-by-step guidance to become more deeper thinking and more awakened within this beautiful world. And it talks about all different various ways of being up and down, and it's creative and fun and intelligent. full of quotes and poems and quirky facts, and it really helps people become more confident and full of self-love and value.
And if a young lady's looking at you and thinking, I want to write a book, but I don't have the confidence, what would you say to them?
Well, I wrote my book in my bedroom, so we've all you know what I mean, sit down, get a pen and paper, just start writing some notes down. And the thing is, you need to do a few things in life first before you can have the ability. It's nice to say that I met a 5-year-old in here tonight that started doing her book, so age is just a number. But I think as you do go through life, you do gain more knowledge to be able to write more deeper and improve every time. And for instance, this book is one of many for me. I'm going to go up to the ladder of success, not just being an author, but also being a life coach and inspirational speaker. Yeah.
Where can we find copies of the book?
I sell the book on my website, which is www.celestavip.com. Also, my Instagram and my Facebook and my Twitter is very active. It's Celestia_boss_VIP. VIP means very inspirational person. I utilise my social media massively. I've got 120,000 online followers. I consistently give out daily inspiration, whether it's to do with confidence within not just the way you look, but also the way you think and the way you act. So I help all sorts of different, unusual, interesting people, whether they're having a bad day to whether they're having a good day. I give them inspiration to keep alive and to keep pumping and aiming towards self-belief and success.
Well, Celestia, you're the beautiful lady with a unique name. Keep being the boss lady that you are.
Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Here's another incredibly inspirational author on the red carpet. His name is Ayo Jimmy. Good afternoon.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Thanks for taking the time to interview me. This is fantastic. Lovely environment, cool people, intellectual discussion, and a lot of fun. And if you're missing this, you're missing something. Just be the game.
Yeah. What's the name of your books?
Well, I'm an author that has published 4 books at the moment. I have published The 12 Virtues of the Extraordinary, which is my new release. I've published The Philosophy of Greatness, Inspiration and Wisdom, and The Power of Words.
And what are your books about?
Well, my books basically focus on self-development, discovery of oneself, and I write profound statements, philosophically, because profounds are aphorism that helps shape people's life and bring out the best in people.
And where can we find out more about your book?
Oh, fantastic. My books are everywhere. My mark are everywhere. To find out about my books, if you go on Amazon, if you just type Ayo Jimmy, it will bring you everything about my book. Aside from that, if you want to benefit on a daily inspiration on how to shape, transform, and move yourself to the next level, join my Facebook. Ayo Jimmy on Facebook, Ayo Jimmy on Twitter, Ayo Jimmy on Instagram, and Ayo Jimmy on LinkedIn. You will have a lot of fun with inspiration that will kick your day and make you kick your butt and go bring out something out of the day. You don't want to miss it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ayo. Keep inspired.
It's a pleasure. Keep the spirit flying. If you don't quit, you will conquer. Thank you.
I'm joined by author Jim Hetherington on the red carpet. Good afternoon, Jim.
Good afternoon. Thank you.
I say you look very chic, just like James Bond.
Well, thanks very much.
Tell us the name of your book and what it's about.
My book is entitled Your Relationship Rescue Handbook, 11 F Words to Increase the Love. And so my book, I talk about how to value ourselves through these 11 F words and to how to increase the value as a person, as an individual, and how that helps us get the relationships that we want, not just what we have to settle for.
Is there a central thing that we all need to be doing to make our relationships healthier?
I think so. I think we really need to know who we are. Yeah. We need to identify what we believe and what we value as a core person. Then we can attract those same people into our life rather than chasing something that really isn't there. So I think understanding who we are as an individual first will attract that right person.
Incredible. And how can we find out more about your book or purchase a copy?
You can purchase copies on Amazon, so I'm on Amazon all over the place. .ca. I'm from Canada, by the way. I don't think I told you that, but I'm from Canada. But it's on Amazon in Canada. It's on Amazon in UK as well. And you can also go to increasethelove.com, and you can find out more about my book there.
From Jim, the Love Doctor, thank you very much. Enjoy your afternoon.
Thank you very much.
I'm joined on the red carpet by a man who's very distinguished and incredibly accomplished. His name is Professor Chris Imafelo, and he's going to tell us more about his award-winning work. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much for the great work you're doing, because it's much more than entertainment. It's educating and inspiring the public, and that's why I love television like yours. Okay.
Please tell us about your work as an author.
Yeah, we did a book on the British monarchy, and that was 6 years ago. And when the Queen was 90, we rewrote it to bring out how she has changed, yet the monarchy is still the same. And the book was honored with an award at the BAFTA, the British BAFTA, 2 years ago.
And was that the award here?
Yes, that's it. Thank you.
What's the name of the book?
It's Motherhood and Monarchy, because she's one of the first few people that is combining the role of a monarch, that means ruling a kingdom, as well as producing the next monarch. Most people just see queens because queens are married to kings, but she's not married to a king. She's a king as well as the queen, so she combines two roles. Yet she's able to combine that very well, because she's successful as a mother, successful as a monarch, and successfully marry modernity. I mean, what is new and what is coming. For instance, she has a Twitter account. She has a Facebook account. So most monarchs will say, no, that's for grandchildren. And she's very active on Instagram. And it's not someone doing it for her. Is she really picking up items that should be published? And she's such a fantastic inspiration. I think as a woman, most people should just forget about women in politics and look at women in leadership, because she's in leadership. Politics means you have to come every 4 years to renew your contract. Leadership means that she's there for a very long time, and she's seen so many prime ministers come and go. I think she's something that the whole world should know more about.
Do you have a special interest in the monarchy, or do you write about other topics as well?
I write about other topics. My primary area is informatics, and I have also done some book chapters on social media, and I've helped successfully supervise multiple PhDs. One of them was technology-enabled business strategies. Anyone in any field today should realize that technology cuts across every discipline. Whether you're a lawyer or you're a doctor, you need to keep your clinical records. If you're a lawyer, you need to keep all your documents, and the safest way to do that is literally electronically.
Can we find out more about your work?
If you follow me at Chris Imafidon, Chris CHRIS, Imafidon IMAFIDON. That's on Twitter, that's on Instagram as well, and Chris O. Imafidon is on Facebook, and I have a public page on Facebook, and the BBC also gave us an award recently because we've been able to raise children as young as 6 to explore using technology to understand concepts that 16-year-old find difficult to understand. So we have 6 and 7-year-olds that have already written GCSE maths and passed. So we have the world record for GCSE, world record for A-level maths, A-level French, and A-level German, and A-level technology, information technology. So using these tools enables anybody. I really don't care about your age. So we've had students as young as 15 graduating from Oxford with a master's, because they use a technology that is superior to that of their grandfathers. Therefore, their performance is miles better than that of their grandparents or grandparents.
Professor Chris, thank you so much.
Thank you. It's a real pleasure talking to you. Please keep up the good work.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thanks.
I'm joined by Zainab on the red carpet, who is an author, I believe. Hello, Zainab. Good afternoon.
Hi, Ayo. Nice meeting you and talking to you.
You look amazing.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Very shimmery.
I know.
Thank you.
Dressing to win.
And tell us about your book.
Okay, your masterpiece has been brought to Earth because I want to inspire people to be the best version of themselves, to be living and stepping in their power and never doubting their greatness, because they have all it takes. You have all it takes within you to become whoever you want to be. You can have and be everything and anything you want. The only limits are you. So going through this limiting belief system and decluttering everything that's happening within in order for you to bring the essence of who you are, do what you're passionate about. Let go of fear because of the faith in you and your ability to conquer the world. And this is what your masterpiece is about, is empowering people to go out and go for it.
And where can we find copies of this book?
I'll be on Amazon. The ebook version will be on Amazon end of this year, and the launch of the hard copy book would be end of this year as well, probably around end of December or January. Yay!
Enjoy your evening.
Thank you so much.
Keep sparkling.
Yeah, I will. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I'm joined by a very elegant Shrasa Brown on the red carpet. And if I said your name wrongly, please correct me, Shrasa. How are you?
Saoirse Brown. Yeah, very well, thank you. Thanks.
And you're an author. Tell us more about your book.
Yes, I was guided to write the book after the death of my husband. He died at the age of 47. And after his passing, I actually went through a spiritual awakening. And through that, I started with psychic abilities. And then it went on from there, really how to go through grief, but a mindfulness, in a mindfulness way. So,
what's the name of the book?
The Right Path, Life After Death.
And do you do personal one-on-one reading?
No, it's more about the mindfulness that I'd like to concentrate on, helping people to go through grief, a loss of any sort. It doesn't have to be the death of a loved one. It can be loss of a pet or even a breakdown of a relationship. It's just to help, to keep moving forward in life and not get stuck in the grief. And that is through a mindfulness approach to living.
And how can we find out more about your writing and your work?
Well, I have a website, www.saoirshebrown.com, and everything's there. So, my main aim is really just to help people move forward. And with that, it's to let people know that although we do go through pain in life, with a mindfulness approach to living, you can alleviate some of the suffering.
And Shrasa is spelled?
Saoirse. Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Enjoy your afternoon.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks.
I'm joined by Annie and Tolani on the red carpet. Good afternoon, guys.
Good afternoon.
What do you think of this event so far?
I think it's beautiful. I think it's like a coming together of authors from different parts of Nigeria, the whole world essentially. So I think it's beautiful so far.
And what's your opinion?
I hear authors from Canada and all other parts of the world are here, so it's really, really beautiful. Gathering of great writers that inspire, because when you write a book, you pave the way. You make people stop making mistakes, and then they can learn from your mistakes and forge ahead. So this is really amazing to be here.
And what kind of books do you like to read?
I like bestsellers, the ones that inspire, basically the ones like Rich Dad, Poor Dad. Those kind of series inspire me a lot. The Napoleon Hills, so I like those kind of books.
And you, Annie?
I love to read just about things that are funny, things that can inspire me, and spiritual books as well. Yeah.
Well, you both look fabulous, and I hope you enjoy your afternoon.
I hope so too. Thank you.
Take care.
Thank you. You too.
I'm joined by multi-author Cheryl Ivanescu. Good afternoon, Cheryl.
Good afternoon.
How are you today?
Amazing.
Brilliant. So tell us more about your books.
Well, it's been a really great year. I've written multiple books, and the book that I'm here about is my own book called Having a Life of More.
What's that about?
It's actually inspired by my 100-year-young grandfather and his 12 principles to achieving health, wealth, and success.
And how can we find out more about this book?
You can find out more about this book to coming to my website called havingalifeofmore.com and lifestylewellnesscenter.com.
What's the one tip you can give a viewer about just being the best version of themselves?
The best version of oneself, really, and it might be something that sounds familiar, but to be it is something else. So it's really about not looking for anything outside of yourself, but allowing the outside to be a mirror for reflection.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Hope you enjoyed the event.
Absolutely. Thank you.
I'm joined by another author. There's so many brains in the room this evening. Jeanette Clark Penfield, good afternoon.
Hello, I'm really excited to be here today.
Thank you, and we love your outfit.
Thank you so much. I was born in the beautiful Caribbean island of Trinidad and Tobago, and the name of my book is Pain Passes, but the Beauty Remains. And the book really entails a girl coming from the Caribbean who endured a lot of pain and hardship, but was able to use her pain to support and transform her life, and while doing that, transform the lives of others.
Is it a fictional book, or is it based on your life story?
It's based on my life story, but also based on addiction. My father was an alcoholic, so I used my book to touch various lives, people who are affected by addiction, alcoholic, drug abuse, and to show them that they can overcome and also help their families and friends to overcome as well.
And where can we get copies of this important book?
The book, it will be soon advertised on Amazon and my Facebook page, author Janelle Floral Design. I'm also a floral artist, and I also work at St. Mary's Hospital here in Paddington.
Well, you look fabulous in pink, and we hope you enjoy your evening.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm joined by Tommy Edwards, who's got a very, very important role here at today's event. But I'll let her tell you about that. Hey, Tommy.
Hi. Thanks for having me here.
Thank you so much for speaking to us. You said something to me about your app powering the event. Tell us more about it.
So I run an event tech startup called Eventbrite, and at the app at this event today, Eventbrite Corporate is powering the event. So basically, we've created an event mobile app for them, which basically you could view the different nominees of the awards from the app. You could see the different directions to get here, different pictures that people are going to be taking. They could upload it onto the app. They could chat on there, they could see the agenda, and pretty much get a fantastic attendee experience. And that's one of the things we do at Eventbrite.
Taking technology right to the next level. How can you help other people, and how can they find out more information about you?
Just check us on eventbrite.com. Basically, what we do is we basically leverage technology to simplify the way we manage, promote, and run any event, both corporate and private. And so check out eventbrite.com. You'll be amazed at what we are doing. We're doing quite a lot for the private industry, where you do weddings, birthdays, and things. But we've not left the corporate out. So for the corporates, we provide them with event mobile apps, provide them with task management tools, speaker management tools, just things to make their life easy and make the event just run smoothly.
Thank you so much. I hope that someone will get in touch with you and utilise your service.
Thank you. Thanks for having me. Cheers.
Here's Isabel on the red carpet, a beautiful damsel. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Tell us more about yourself.
Well, I'm 26 from Sweden. So I flew here yesterday. Back home, I have a blog and I have my own documentary. And right now, I'm writing my own book.
What's the book about?
It's about my life and growing up with abuse inside of the home and family. And just my whole story. I have so many crazy stories to tell, and I think if I can tell them, maybe somebody can relate and maybe help somebody.
And what's the book's title?
Be the Movie.
Be the Movie, very nice. And what's the name of your blog?
What?
The name of your blog?
Izzy Rodriguez.
Okay. And how can we find out more about you? Your work?
On my blog. Okay. On my blog, yes.
No worries. Thank you so much, Isabel.
Thank you.
Now, I love this lady because she's so funky and so fearless. Hi, Sandra. How are you?
I am very good, thank you.
What inspired your style choice this evening?
This is just my style, and of course it is a gala, so you need to have a dress, but you will always find me with a hat.
Switch it up a little bit. So tell us about your work as an author.
Yes, so this is a book, and it's called Transformational Stories, with 10 women in it. Everyone of us telling our story. So this is my pitch for my own book, which is coming next year, and I just thought that was a great way to get started.
Okay. And how can we find out more about your book that's due to be released and more about this work as well?
Then you will go to soulfitness.se. That's my company, Soul Fitness Health, Heart and Soul. And I work with my concept, which is from pain to power.
Well, you're the best dressed this evening, in my opinion, and I hope you stay funky and fabulous.
Thank you. You're fabulous too. Thank you, darling. Thank you.
So I'm here with author Raymond Harlow, who is one of the proud recipients of an award this evening. How do you feel?
I feel amazing.
What would you like to say to the Global Authors Club?
Oh, it's amazing. Philip is amazing. I love the work he's doing. I literally flew in here from Toronto, Canada yesterday. But I love the weather here. It's much warmer than Toronto.
Seriously? Okay, and tell us more about your book.
So this book is a compilation of 21 co-authors. I brought everybody together, and they're all expert in the health and wellness arena, ranging from doctors, PhD professors, health coaches, mentors, people who has had amazing results themselves, healing themselves. So it's just an amazing read. Some people call it an encyclopedia because of how much information there is, but it's concise and it's in regular language.
And it's called Holistic Health?
The Handbook to Holistic Health. If you go to h3book.com, you can see all the authors there.
Well, congratulations once.
Thank you.
And enjoy your award.
Awesome. I'm excited.
Keep up the good work.
Yes.
Once again with Mr. Jim Hetherington, the one, the only Love Doctor. How does it feel to have won an award this evening?
It feels terrific. To be recognized for the work that you do is just fantastic.
What would you like to say to the organisers of this event?
Philip just went over the top. You know, all the people that are helping him and encouraging him and behind him, supporting him, they've just gone over the top. This red carpet, you know, having the interviews, the awards, just the recognition, it's just been amazing.
Well, enjoy your award.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations. I'm joined by Janine, who's also received an award this evening. How does it feel?
It's absolutely great. I never expected it, but it's amazing. Thank you.
And what's the name of your book?
It's a book that I co-authored with 10 other ladies, or 9 other ladies actually, and it's called Awaken the Lioness Within You. And it's about being, it's a story of the 10 business women and the journey that they had to go through to become what they are today.
That sounds incredible. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Awesome. It's excellent.
What would you like to say to Philip, the organizer?
Philip, thank you for inviting us. Thank you for having us nominated, and it's been great to win this award, the global winner. So that's wonderful. And the event has been a full day.
And it's such a beautiful trophy as well.
It's beautiful, absolutely. So it's been wonderful. Thank you, Philip.
Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I'm joined by Sylvia, who is also a proud recipient. Congratulations, Sylvia.
Thank you very much.
How does it feel?
Oh, it's feeling great, really great. Yes, this is just a dream coming true, so it's really great.
Now, how does this encourage you to do more great work?
Right now I'm writing another book because I'm in Polish, so I'm writing now in the Polish. It's something like empowering women to finding themselves and just being themselves and taking care of themselves. So that's why I'm writing another book.
That's wonderful. Well, we'll look forward to seeing that book as well. And congratulations on your award.
Thank you very much.
I'm joined by Zainab, who has won a lovely award. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so happy and to be having this award as really an award for my work, for your masterpiece, for people acknowledging the work, and for people willing to step into their power. That's the most important thing for me.
Keep inspiring people.
Amazing. That's my mission on earth, and I'm not going to quit ever.
Well, we hope you don't. Well, congratulations once again.
Thank you so much. I'm super excited. Thank you.
I'm speaking to Tolani, who is one of the guests at this event, and he has a personal story that he'll like to share. Tolani?
Yeah, thank you very much, Ayo. Basically, I come from humble beginnings in Lagos, Nigeria. And back in Lagos, we're into real estate. We sell lands and houses. So we've come to London twice every year. We come to London to exhibit at the London Exhibition Centre. So basically, we like to see where people are going to and get there before they get there, so we could buy land cheap, and so that we could afford people to own homes and lands at the very minimal for maximum returns on their investment. You understand? So that is why we do what we do. So lots of partners have come on board, and over the years we've made them, they've gone from thousands to millions, and from millions to, we've made a lot of people rich. So you should join the train.
So in order to join the train, how can they find out more information about your company?
Okay, you could check us out on Instagram at Property Exclusive, and you should also check us out at Tolani_Roosevelt on Instagram as well. Thank you, guys.
Maybe you should put your get-rich-quick tips in a book.
We don't have any get-rich-quick tips. We do it the old-fashioned way. God is not making them anymore, it's land. So invest.
Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
I'm joined by the beautiful Joy Zentz here on the red carpet. She's an author and a proud recipient of an award this evening. Congratulations, Joy.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm feeling so proud. Yes. I mean, getting an award for a newcomer author because you're very new, and not only for me and the team, because you're co-authored 11 women from all over Europe sharing our truth. So this is a very unique book, actually. It's things that we talk about our own stories. Each has a chapter, and they talk about really how the life is here when they came to Europe, what they went through. You know how it is when we come to Europe. We don't want to say what it is we happen when we go back in Africa. And this time we put it right in the chapter, the way it is. It's going to be dirty. It's going to be very straightforward. You're going to cry at some point. And we've targeted all sort of type of women and children as well, because we also have youth. We have 2 youth who have also shared their stories, how they come here with the 2 parent cultures. You're in Europe and you're in African culture. How is it? How do you manage that? So they shared their stories. So it's really such a great honor.
Awesome. What's the name of the book, and where can we get a copy?
Yes, the book is called African Women in Europe because it's an organization that has been existing for 10 years, and we're doing an anniversary, and the women decided to share their stories. So that's why it's called African Women in Europe. It's a volume 1. So we actually sold out the first 500 copies in 2 months. I'm here actually to get the next copies, so I'll be flying back with some more. So you can order the book. We are on our website, www.africanwomenineurope.eu. You're going to find a link which will take you to where you can order, and we'll send it direct to you. And here in UK, we also have our distributors as well. We will link you up with them. So that should not be. But anyway, in Europe, give us a shout and we'll send it to you. Just fill up the form. It's a simple form. And your payment is through PayPal. And we're also on Amazon as well. So we are very widely spread for payments. Yes.
Very, very well organised organisation. And from us to you and your team, congratulations once again, and keep up the great work.
Thank you so much. Women, together we are strong, and that's our motto. Okay.
What an amazing time we've had at the Global Authors Award 2018 here at the Crown Plaza in luxurious Kensington. We've heard from so many recipients who've taken their pain in their personal stories and turned it into purpose. And if there's anything I've learned from this event, is that if there's a book inside of you, please grab a pen and let the world hear your stories. I'm your host, Ayo Vami, and join us next time on Otumara Entertainment Television. Bye-bye.
Otumara Entertainment.